Children with special needs, no matter what the diagnosis, long for the unconditional love and approval that comes from a healthy relationship with their parents. The sad truth is that your child with special needs will probably hear more negative things spoken about him or her in their lifetime than positive things. And I want to share with you today a gift called the blessing that's important for instilling a deep sense of self-worth and unshakable emotional confidence that your child is going to need in his or her lifetime. You can find the concept of the blessing back in the Old Testament, and the Hebrew word for blessing actually carried the idea of adding weight or value to someone. You see, in the Old Testament times, coins might have had an inscription on them or someone's picture, but you didn't determine their value by the denomination like we do today, a dime versus a nickel versus a penny. Actually, back in the Old Testament times, the value or worth of a coin was dependent upon its weight. And the heavier that coin was, the more valuable it was. And that's the concept of the blessing, of using your words in a way that add weight, that add value to your child's life through the words that you speak. You know, when I was younger, I used to think that just simply by my presence that my kids knew that I loved them. And I've come to learn that they may not necessarily be true. Children, when left on their own to fill in the blanks with what a parent thinks about them, oftentimes will fill in those blanks with negative things. You have to use words spoken that communicate value and worth. And that's the idea of the blessing. We put words of blessing into practice in our homes by making a decision to speak up rather than clam up. Now, women are usually really good at this. Men, on the other hand, we tend to communicate more through our actions than we do our words. And dads, it's important then that we need to verbalize our words to our kids, our spouses, to let them know how much we value them. We're talking about words of high value, not just any words, but words of high value that bring worth and value to the person that we're speaking them to. So here's an easy way to start using the blessing. I'm going to give you 3 tips and a link to help you out. The first is to pick a time of day when you're going to give your child the blessing. That can be when they wake up first thing in the morning, before they get on the bus for school, when they come back from school, while you're at the dinner table, while you're tucking them into bed. Pick a particular time of day that you're going to use words to bless your child. That's step number 1. Step number 2, be consistent. Do it every day during that routine that you picked in item number 1. And number 3 is just simply to think ahead of time about the words that you're going to use. So for me, the time of day that I pick for my son who's a senior in high school is when I'm walking him to the bus stop in the morning. No, I don't go there all the way with him because I know that'll embarrass him, but I want to spend that little bit of extra time, so I usually go about halfway there with him to the bus stop. The second thing is I'm consistent. I have a blessing to give him every morning on that walk to the bus stop. And third, I pick out my words ahead of time, and the words may sound something like this. Son, you make me very proud, and I know that you find school hard, but I admire your dedication and the fact that you put all the effort that you have into it, and I'm proud of you no matter what grade that you make. So that's the blessing, using words of value to strengthen your kids. Pick a time of day, be consistent, plan your words in advance, and on the screen now is a link for the website that you can go to. Parents, as you know, every month we have a different character quality that we use in our Special Friends curriculum. I want to leave you a page every month of blessings that you can say that tie into that particular quality. I'll provide the actual words that you can say in case you're getting stuck on what to say and the different times of day that you could use these words. So make sure that you go to this link now and each and every month so that you can pick a blessing that you want to say to your child to build their self-worth and unshakable emotional confidence. Thank you for everything that you do as a parent to a child with special needs. Make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you'll receive a notification when the next video comes out.